So Senator Cory Booker voted for the TikTok ban, but he runs his own TikTok.
Yeah, so Cory Booker doesn't want people to remember when Mark Zuckerberg gave him $100 million. So back in 2010, Cory Booker was the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, and he got Mark Zuckerberg to donate $100 million to fix all the schools in Newark, New Jersey because they were failing so badly. And they even went on Oprah and announced it.
Governor Chris Christie, Democratic mayor of Newark, Cory Booker, and the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, are putting politics aside to help turn around the failing public schools in Newark, New Jersey. This is the first time all three of you have really come together to talk about this big... Yes.
I've committed to starting the Startup Education Foundation, whose first project will be a $100 million challenge grant.
$100 million.
$100 million.
It is such a trip to watch that. That was when we believed that big tech was still good, right? This is 2010. That was also when we still believed that billionaires could do good things for us. How different our society is. And like now, we know that big tech is fucking evil. And we also know the billionaires are fucking evil. But back then, Mark Zuckerberg, who was 26, by the way, when that was filmed, he was cosplaying what? Like, I don't know, Victorian philanthropists, doing good. And he even he even had Summit Learning, which was like a huge learning platform. E-learning platform, and he and his wife and the Chan Zuckerberg Foundation even opened hospitals and stuff. But we know how this ends, right? Ultimately, the money got incredibly mismanaged. A huge chunk of it went to consultants and not to the people. And ultimately, even though test scores eventually rose, they didn't rise fast enough, and they basically didn't ask the constituents of Newark what they wanted, and instead just instilled what consultants recommended that they wanted. And on the actual board, the education board for what they should do with the $100 billion, there were no actual Newark residents, and instead just people that donated at first 10 million or more, and then it was even bumped down to 5 million or more. Basically a lot of rich dudes that had nothing to actually do with Newark. And what's interesting is they actually really heavily pushed charterization and school choice, which we now know is something that MAGA fully supports. Yeah, and so the whole Newark fiasco was really bad PR for both of them, right? Booker and Mark Zuckerberg. But it is unclear whether or not Cory Booker has actually taken a step back from Silicon Valley, because he has certainly paid a lot of lip service to saying that he wanted to break up big tech and put in a lot of antitrust laws, right? Because they were, doing a lot of stuff with data privacy and whatnot. But he has not stopped taking money from them. And back in 2019, when Facebook acquired Instagram, there was a lot of talk that Facebook was way too big. They were monopolizing social media, right, back then. And people were straight up calling for Facebook to be broken up from Instagram. And there was an interview where they actually asked Cory Booker straight up, should Facebook be broken up? And he wouldn't respond, even though he very much was explicit that Google should be broken up and other tech giants and other monopolies in general. But he would not respond when it came to Facebook.